What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? And thank you for tuning into the Stoke is Real. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Why do you tune into this show? Why are you investing your time into watching this show? And why do I open with that question? Why are we here? Why are you breathing? Why did you brush your teeth this morning with your right hand? You're wondering why I'm opening the show with this. Well, why is the key to everything. The key to everything. And I talk about my sobriety. I talk about recovery. I talk about all that. But why? Why did I drink the way I did? And why did I bring this up? You guys have heard of Socrates. And I say Socrates from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, but I'm talking about Socrates. And the Socratic method is drilling down with the why question. At least that's my perception, my analysis of it. Excuse me. But why? Why? Why did you put on the pants you're wearing right now? And you could say because they're comfortable, because they're durable. I work in a garage setting. These are the best pants I could possibly find that endure my lifestyle. That's a good why. You have a backup. But oftentimes, we get in the routine. According to statistics, 85% of our day is on autopilot from yesterday. 85%. And when you start drilling down your life with the why experiment, you will start to discover some things. If you have read DIFY, there's a whole chapter dedicated to the why experiment. And when we really ultimately start drilling down different decisions we make in our lives, we will realize pretty much one thing. It ultimately boils down to acceptance. The biggest fear in humanity is acceptance, not being accepted. So think about that. If you are wearing a certain shirt, I like going to your clothing because you have a decision of what you put on every day. You have a decision of how that outfit makes you feel. Does it make you feel powerful? Does it make you feel like you are going to be accepted in public? Does it make you feel like the folks at work are going to think differently about you if you wear this button-up shirt or you wear this old sweatshirt? Why did you put it on? Why do you put on clothes? And you say, that's just the way I've always done it. Well, you and I both know when growth happens, yes, being in that routine is comfortable. But in order for us to get to the next step, we have to get a little bit uncomfortable. And the why experiment will help you get there. Why do you wake up 15 minutes before you have to leave? Because you want more sleep. Why? Because you want to feel more rested. Why? So you can be a better participant in your life. Why? So you can make better decisions for your future. Why? Because you have a goal of where you want to be. When you start going down that why food chain, it gets really, really interesting. And I encourage you to do it. I encourage you to get honest with yourself and do the why experiment. And you can do it for almost everything in your life. When it came to my drinking, and I started, I made the agreement on February 2nd, 2017, ironically Groundhog's Day, that I didn't want to live like that anymore. And I would do whatever I had to do to stay sober. And a therapist helped me drill down the why experiment. Why are you drinking? Because I want to die. Why? Because I want to escape. Why? Because I don't like where I'm at in my life. Why? And we kept drilling down and down and down and down. And ultimately it gets to acceptance. It gets to acceptance. And it can be accepted by your peers, accepted by the public, accepted by your significant other. And you're escaping because there's something that's bugging you, that there's something in your life you want to escape from. But you have the power to make changes so that you can create a life that you don't want to escape from. And the why experiment will help you get there. That's why I love it so much. But it can get intense. It can really get intense. But I encourage you to do that. Do that in your life. Why? Why? Ask yourself why. Why do I Why do I do the things I do? Why do I cook dinner at 7 o'clock at night? And you're like, because that fits into my schedule. Why? And you start saying why. And you can start weeding out some of the things that you just do habitually and start putting things in place with a purpose to help you get to where you want to be in your life, wherever that is. If it's financially more stable, if it's in a relationship, if it's through employment, maybe it's a dream that you have. And you can start laying out things in your life to take baby steps to get there, because that's where the momentum will come from. And doing the why experiment is going to help you realize what is working for me, what is in place to help me get there, and what is comfortable. What have I done all the time? And if you keep doing what you've been doing every day for the last 5 years, you are going to be exactly where you're at today 5 years from now. And the why experiment will help you start funneling your energies into a more productive life that's going to get you to where you want to be, whatever that is. Maybe you want to be more loving with your significant other. So you start asking questions. You start asking questions in your mind and journal them down. But I encourage you to perform the why test. The why, I don't know if experiment's the right word, but the why exercise. How about that? The why exercise in different parts of your life to see if you're doing it habitually or you're doing it with purpose. And you'll find you'll start weeding out some things that you just do habitually because they don't serve the life you are creating. So do that. Do the why experiment. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes in the comments below, or drop me a personal message. I want to commend everybody who's watching this show and sharing it, because over the last handful of weeks, I have been getting messages, different messages from people asking me, hey, I'm 5 days sober. Do you have any tips? My life is at this point. Do you think I have a problem? If you're asking me if I think you have a problem, you probably do. But I want to thank you all for sharing the Stoke is real, because we are making a difference. And it might be one person, 2 people at a time, but we're making a difference in people's lives. And it's you. It's you guys sharing this, commenting below, helping these positive videos get into the algorithm of YouTube and TikTok and along Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. So thank you guys so much. And if you notice, I'm wearing a throwback of a Purple Heart sweatshirt we did a few years ago when everybody had the colleges, or the city, Detroit versus everybody, University of Michigan versus everybody. How about nobody versus anybody? How about that? How about we all keep working to lift each other up? The world be such a better place. So thank you guys. You are awesome. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that stuff. Share. Let's continue to make positivity go viral. And I will say it with all of my heart. The Stoke is real.
Come on!